Hi everyone, this is DJ Yoakley with Your Sports Network. We appreciate your support of YSN and welcome you to the YSN family. Our broadcast streams are brought to you live at no cost to you by sponsors that are local to this community. Without the vision and generosity of our sponsors and partners, we would not be able to bring this game to you today. So please support the great businesses and leaders that are making this game possible. And if you're a business in need of great advertising and sponsorship opportunities, feel free to head over to our site for more information on the right fit for you. We are local, we are loyal, and we are live. We are YSN.
Hello everybody, welcome to Arrowhead Stadium here from Girard High School. I'm Richie Julian alongside John Gabriel. Tonight we have a Northeastern 8 conference matchup between the Girard Indians and the Jefferson Falcons. Jefferson won the toss. They elect to kick off. They're going to start it off with an onside kick.
And I think they recovered. They did the slow roll, and the front men for the Girard Indians started off in a 5-yard retreat.
And it looks like they're going to give the ball to the Indians.
There he goes.
So very good field position to start off in their first drive. The Jefferson Falcons come in with a struggling 2019 record of 1-7. They're still looking for their first conference win. They're 0-5. On the other hand, Girard, they are 5-3, 2-3 in the Northeastern 8, 2-2 at home, and they are on the brim of a playoff spot.
Yeah, this is a Girard team that's hungry. They need to really kick their season in gear here by solidifying this conference win.
Girard starts off with a handoff. That's Morgan Clardy bouncing around, and that's going to be a loss for the Indians on the first play.
Yeah, that's big number 3 for your Falcons. Wade Woodruff, the freshman, stepping in, making a great play for the Falcons.
And one thing looking at this roster, look how many freshmen and sophomore are on this roster for Jefferson. I know they're struggling, but they got a young squad who's getting experience here in conference play.
Oh, without question. I'm looking here. We may have 5 seniors for Coach Ed Rankin.
Girard goes back to the run. It's Morgan Clardy on the left side. He gets to about midfield, and he's going to run out of bounds there. They're going to knock him off at the 49, and here comes a late flag. It looks like it's going to be on number 7 for Jefferson, Austin Schmidt.
Yeah, I mean, that's stuff that, as a 1-7 program, that's the stuff you can't avoid. With your squad not having so much in the wins and loss column, if you can come in there and play a clean game. Oh, this is actually against the Indians.
They're going to roll on Girard.
A late block or somebody coming in to clean up the action, and they took some umbrage to that.
It also might have been on the Girard Indians bench here on this near sideline. The Indians are on our near side. Far side is Jefferson. On the first possession, the Indians are moving from right to left. The ball is going to be marked all the way back at the 35-yard line. This is a second and very long. 2nd and 35 to go.
Yeah, that's massive. I mean, you had the ball up and over the 50, 3rd and manageable, and you go and do that. That's not a very smart heads-up play by this Indians team.
Del Garbino fakes the handoff, rolling, looking to his right. He fires deep downfield. He's got a receiver, and it's broken up and intercepted by the Falcons. No.
Nick
Girard
Melito
came down with it. Unbelievable
play. Wow. Number 83 for the Falcons on the defense, Trent Hodge, but the Louisville commit, Nick Melito, was able to rip the ball away from the defender on his way down. Fantastic play for the ACC soon-to-be freshman.
Andrew Del Garbino, the junior quarterback, leads Girard in the shotgun. His running back on his left hip puts a receiver in motion from right to left. It's an end around. Moving towards the left side. Stiff arms the defender inside the 20, and he's going to run out of bounds at about the 15. And that's Jimmy Jones who received the end around. The senior 5'9", 165.
Yeah, the Indians faithful have become pretty in tune to Jimmy Jones's scat back and cat-like reflexes. One of the fastest players on the team and incredibly agile, able to get around the corner, make a man miss, get some positive yardage.
Del Garbino back in the shotgun, takes the snap. He's going to keep the handoff running to the right side, and there's a penalty flag from the back judge, and that's going to be a holding on the Girard Indians.
Yeah, that's probably the most difficult as an outside blocker for a run option or a read option or these RPOs. You get out there on an island, you don't know what's going on as far as the plays going on behind you, and your defender in front of you is moving. It just makes it very difficult.
On the penalty was Tyler Maddox, the running back, junior, 5'7", 195. So the second penalty of the drive for the Girard Indians. That's going to bring up second down and 13 to go. Ball in their 25. We're in the first quarter here between Girard and Jefferson. Del Garbino back in the shotgun. He's going to direct handoff to his running back. Jukes outside. Now a spin move inside the 20, and he's knocked down at about the 16-yard line. A good gain from the running back, and that was going to be Morgan Clardy.
Yeah, that was a great run by Clardy. This Indians offense runs a lot of their rushing attack out of the shotgun or out of the pistol, and it's really predicated on being able to get to the corner, make a man miss, and Clardy did a very good job there of helping his team gain some yardage back from that holding penalty.
Morgan Clardy on the season, that was his 92nd carry on the year. He has 717 yards, 7.9 average a carry. Back in the shotgun, Del Garbino running back to his left, and before the play, we got a false start on the Girard Indians, their third penalty of the drive.
Yeah, that the penalty bug seems to be biting.
Yeah, they had 7 penalties last week against Struthers. Total 51 yards it cost them. Already here in the first possession of the game, they got 3.
Yeah, that's rough. That was on junior Andrew Denard. Hopefully you look to clean things up from here, as this is just the first drive of the game.
Del Garbino flips it out in the flats. There's number 1, Jimmy Jones, makes the catch. He's going to spin himself inside the 20 to about the 17-yard line, and that's going to bring up fourth down for the Girard Indians.
Yeah, there was not a whole lot there for Jimmy Jones, as the Falcon defense created a lot of pressure, and there really weren't a whole lot of lanes for Jimmy to utilize his athleticism and make some moves.
4th down and 6 for the Girard Indians. They're going to elect to go for 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right as well. Andrew Del Garbino in the shotgun. His running back is Tyler Maddox this time to his left. Takes the snap in the pocket, looking deep to the end zone, and he overshoots his intended receiver, Nicholas Melito. And on the first possession, the Girard Indians are going to turn over on downs.
Yeah, that the read was definitely there, but he just put a little bit too much on there. I get what he's doing. He's trying to back shoulder his receiver closer towards the back end of the end zone, but it's a touch pass. Cold night like this, he's got to warm up a little bit and get there.
Now here comes the Jefferson Falcons onto the field. 1st and 10, ball on their own 16 on their first possession of the game. The Jefferson Falcons haven't seen a win since week 1 at Grand Valley. Since then, they've lost 7 in a row, and 5 of them have been in the Northeastern 8.
Yeah, this team's definitely, unfortunately, had their fair share of losses, and they're looking for a big rebound here.
Number 7, Austin Schmidt, was on the carry. He only gets a gain of 1 to about the 17-yard line. 2nd down and 9 for the Jefferson Falcons, moving from left to right here on the field. Quarterback is in the shotgun. That's David Thompson. Split back formation. 2 receivers to the right. Takes the snap. This time he's going to fake the handoff. He's going to run it himself. He gets past the 20 to about the 23, and here comes a 3rd down and short for the Jefferson Falcons.
Yeah, there was Ben Lilius on the tackle from his middle linebacker position, but we do have some laundry on the ground. It should be a hold on that left side of the offensive line.
And it is. Holding on the Jefferson Falcons. Their first penalty of the game, and 4 penalties combined between both teams.
Yeah, not the cleanest game, and I'm sure both head coaches are already kind of scratching their head. You look at least to start, get some momentum. At the very least, play a clean game, and both teams here committing some penalties early.
David Thompson, the quarterback for Jefferson, senior, 6'2", 185, takes the snap, looking, flips it out into the flats, and he overshoots his intended receiver, and that's Danny Bruckman. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 19 on the first possession of the game for the Falcons inside their own 10-yard line at the 9.
Yeah, as a 1-7 club, these positions are exactly what you're trying to avoid. This Indians defense has been able to be pretty engaging in these 3rd or down and distance situations, so we'll see what they can force here.
Bruckman to the right, and it looks like the Indians are going to jump off sides before the play. Now the 5th penalty we've seen tonight. It is a beautiful night here at Arrowhead Stadium in Girard, Ohio. 48 degrees is our game time temperature. Clear skies for the most part.
This is Northeastern Ohio football weather. Absolutely beautiful.
It is. Now it's 3rd down and 13. Ball at the 14-yard line. David Thompson, shotgun formation, split back. 2 receivers to the right, takes the snap. He's going to hand it off, this time to Austin Schmidt around the end, and that's going to be a loss. Dragged down at about the 11-yard line, and Jefferson's going to have to bring out the special teams on their first drive.
Ben Lilly is number 54 again from his middle linebacker position, reading the play from the back, out of the backfield, and catching up to the tailback in the flat for a gain of minimum.
To return the punt for the Girard Indians is going to be number 1, Jimmy Jones. Kicking for Jefferson is going to be number 10, and that's Tim Kinkopf, the sophomore, 5'10", 160, set up the punt at his own 5-yard line. So this is going to be another good starting field position drive for the Girard Indians. Snap is high. He can't handle the snap. The ball's into the end zone, and Girard's going to fall on it for a touchdown.
Yeah, that's an offensive or defensive lineman's dream right there. As on senior night, number 65, Connor Moore, is able to recover the fumble in the end zone for his first career touchdown.
With 6:48 left in the first quarter, Jefferson's first turnover results in 6 points for the Indians. It was a snap way over the punter's head, and Girard's got an early lead.
Absolutely. I can't help but keep looking down at Connor Moore. He's jumping around, bopping like he just made the greatest play. I mean, that feeling's got to be amazing. As a lineman, you're not used to that type of stuff right there. So
here comes the kick from Stephen Gamble. Kick is up. It is a booming kick, and it is straight through the uprights. 7-0. The Girard Indians lead here in quarter number 1. We're going to take our first time out here on YSN.
Hello, I'm Greg Burbick with G. Burbick Farms. For the last 100 years, my family has farmed in Columbiana and Mahoning counties. I began raising cattle in 1996 with the goal of providing a better product for you and your family on the dinner table. Our grass-fed and grain-supplemented Black Angus beef are raised with no hormones, steroids, or antibiotics. We're known for our hometown-friendly service and incredible tasting products. We're locally owned and have customers across the tri-state area. Our products go from our farm to your family. Stop by our farm on New Buffalo Road or visit us on the web at gburbickfarms.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook. G. Burbick Farms, it just tastes better.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how, and we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids need to know the dangers and how to avoid them. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids, because when you talk, they hear you.
Welcome back to Arrowhead Stadium. 7-0. Girard leads the Jefferson Falcons as Jefferson, with their first turnover of the ball game, puts it into the end zone. And a lineman from Girard jumped on it. Now kicking off for the Girard Indians is number 19, Stephen Gamble. Puts the ball on the tee at the 40 on the right hash. We got 3 returners for the Jefferson Falcons, all set up at the 10-yard line. Here comes the kick, end over end. It's a good kick inside the 10. It's returned there. The returner over towards the right side of the field at the 20, and he's hit and knocked down at the 23-yard line, and that's where Jefferson's going to start for their second possession of the game.
Yeah, I'm by no means am I harping on this Jefferson team. I mean, they're out here every week, competing to their best. But you can't help but just even notice it's palatable the difference just in size of this team. And you quite frankly, you can just tell this Falcons team is a young football team.
Here comes David Thompson back onto the field, the quarterback in the shotgun, split formation once again. Girard loads the box, handoff to the right side. That's Austin Schmidt around the right end, and he's not going to have much to run with, as that's only a gain of about 1 or 2.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot there. The Indians' defense did a great job at stretching that run play out, letting their athletes chase down, get to the football, where Morgan Clardy and a host of other Indians made the stop.
2nd down and 8 for Jefferson. Ball on the 27-yard line. Back to the shotgun is David Thompson, split back formation. This time they send 2 receivers out to the left side. Girard loads the box, takes the snap, handoff up the gut. That's Danny Bruckman, and that's a gain of 2 to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, this Falcons team, you can definitely see they're relying heavily on this run offense to create some yardage early in early downs to set them up in an opportunity for down or plus down and distance at the end of third.
And I think the reason they're doing that, they watch a lot of film.
Oh, yeah.
When Girard played Struthers last week, Girard gave up 425 rushing yards to Struthers last week, 6 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, if there's been one thing, it's been they've been susceptible to getting gashed. And we got a big play here.
Here's Thompson's first pass over the middle. That's Reed Boxcar down the sideline inside Girard Indians territory. He's still moving inside the 20-yard line to the 18.
Yeah, that was an absolutely fantastic pitch and catch from Thompson to Boskar as the crafty sophomore, 5'9", 145, was able to make a shake, get past the Girard defender, and there was nobody at the down the seam.
Mm-hmm. So now Jefferson with their first passing attempt puts them within the red zone of Girard. Ball on the 18-yard line. Ball's on the left hash. Back to the shotgun. Split back. Thompson now sends 3 receivers over to the right side. Takes the snap. It's going to be a read option to the left. They're going to hand it off to the running back, Danny Bruckman, and he's got about a gain of 2 to the 16-yard line.
This is a defense that, just going back to that, unfortunately has been pretty susceptible to being able to be gashed for the big play.
Mm-hmm.
That's in part to where you're sitting at 5-3, where traditionally, this team has been able to, the last 2 years, going 9-1 and 10-0, they were able to eliminate that big play.
Thompson takes, gives to Schmidt to the right side, breaks a few tackles inside the 15, marked down at the 13-yard line. And here comes another third down conversion for the Falcons.
Yeah, that's a fantastic play by Schmidt as he was met in the backfield by Deshaun Williams and Ben Lilius, but he's able to shake loose and put a nice little move on him to gain some extra yardage to put him in a 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5, ball on the 13 inside the red zone. Jefferson knocking on the door with 3:42 remaining here in the first quarter. It's the Girard Indians 7. The Jefferson Falcons, 0. In the shotgun is Bruckman. And the Indians jumped off sides on a hard count from David Thompson.
Yeah, again, that goes back to what we were talking about earlier. You really can't have that as a defense. This is a critical down. That essentially gives them a first down and goal to go now.
Here comes that first down and goal. Ball is marked at the 8-yard line with 3:23 to play. In the shotgun is David Thompson, the senior quarterback, 6'2", running back to his right, trips to the left, 1 receiver to the near side, takes the snap, handoff, and he's met in the backfield. That's going to be a big loss to the 11-yard line.
Yeah, I think that was our guilty party, Amari Curd, from the previous play, able to kind of get a little bit of a retribution there, as it's going to be 2nd and about 12 from the 12-yard line.
Under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. The Jefferson Falcons looking for their first conference win of the season. David Thompson in the shotgun, split back, 2 receivers right, takes a snap, looking, throwing to the end zone, and he overshoots Reed Boxcar, who made the biggest reception of the night for Jefferson, and that's going to bring up 3rd and goal, ball from the 12.
Yeah, it was definitely a nice play design as they were able to separate the linebackers. They weren't so deep to provide a nice little underneath route in between the safety and the linebacker. Just a nice touch pass just wasn't there on that time.
Let's see if the Girard defense could hold in their own red zone. This time Thompson in the shotgun. Trips into the slot for the Falcons. 1 receiver, one-on-one coverage to the left. Takes the snap. He's going to fake the handoff, keeping himself. He gets to the 10-yard line, but he's knocked down there. Curious call, read option on 3rd down and long at the 12.
Yeah, I think clearly the Falcons were trying to hope that the the Indians would over pursue with the trips lined up in the slot, hoping that defense would shift over, creating that cutback lane. But the Indians defense stayed true, stayed home, and made the play.
With 2 minutes remaining in the first, the Falcons are going to keep the offense on the field, but they might let the play clock run out as there's 9 seconds remaining on the play clock, and they might have to take their first time out. And that's what they're going to do. The Falcons are going to take their first time out. We're going to take one with them. You're listening to both Falcons and Indians football here on YSN Live.
We are the leaders.
We are here at every school.
In every city.
We can make a difference.
At some point, nearly every person in America goes to school. You want to make a difference? That's a good place to start.
If you can reach one of us,
you can reach all of us.
And it all starts right here.
This is the place to make a difference.
With huddles, coach and team Bible studies, and our chaplain programs, FCA does make a difference.
We will make a difference. We are the future. Every student, every school.
And we will make a difference.
And I guarantee it.
This is the time.
We will make a difference. Let's build our schools together. Building leaders. Leadership with a purpose.
Many medicines used to treat colds and flu contain acetaminophen, a pain reliever and fever reducer found in hundreds of over-the-counter and prescription medicines. But taking too much or more than one medication containing acetaminophen per day can damage your liver. So always read the label and don't take acetaminophen if you drink 3 or more alcoholic drinks every day. To learn more, visit fda.gov/OTC pain info. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Food and Drug Administration.
4th down and goal for the Jefferson Falcons. They're going to go for it. Taking the snap, looking, throwing to the end zone. It is incomplete. No pass interference, and Jefferson's going to turn it over.
Yeah, they were hoping they were able to get that wheel route, but the Girard Indians defense was able to really tighten up right there. There really wasn't much space to get that ball, and even though number 14 for the Indians, Jordan Grant, didn't get his head turned, there was just nowhere for that ball to be. So,
I think this near side official deemed that pass as uncatchable.
Yeah, I think so.
Del Garbino coming back out in the shotgun, takes the snap, direct run up the middle, juking out towards the 20-yard line, and Morgan Clardy still on his feet, now finally torn down out of bounds at the 20, and that's going to be a first down on the first play of the second drive.
Yeah, the senior tailback not willing to go down here at senior night, fighting through multiple arm tackles to where he was gang tackled by what seemed like 75% of the Falcon defense.
Del Garbino in the shotgun, takes the snap. They go right back to Clardy to the outside. He's at the 25 to the 30-yard line, and he steps out of bounds there. That's another first down. 2 plays, 2 first downs for the Girard Indians.
Yeah, and both of them running off the left side of this offensive line, which is where the strength used to be. Unfortunately, Haas Gump, their star left tackle and defensive tackle, a YSU commit, is out of the lineup with a elbow injury, and he'll be out for the season. So they're definitely taking advantage of what was perceived to be an area of weakness.
Trips to the right for the Indians. One receiver, one-on-one coverage to the left. Del Garbino takes the snap, fakes the handoff, flips it out into the flats. And that's going to be close to a first down, knocked at the 40-yard line, and that's Jimmy Jones on the reception.
Yeah, I'm sorry, that wasn't Jimmy Jones. I gave you the wrong sign. That was Nick Melito on that reception.
That's going to bring up second down and short, ball at the 40. 2nd and 1 with a minute to go here in the first quarter. Del Garbino in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off to his running back, Maddox. Up the gut, powering forward to midfield, and that's another first down.
Yeah, I know I said it when we were talking in pregame, but Tyler Maddox absolutely reminds me of Maurice Jones-Drew. This kid, he's built like a brick house. He's sitting at what they list as 5'9" and 195 pounds, but I can tell you this guy, that may have been in stilettos, but what a powerhouse that kid is.
Del Garbino takes a snap. Quick pass over to the outside. His intended receiver was Morgan Clardy, but that's incomplete. 2nd down and 10 with 38 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Girard Indians have the ball at midfield. They lead the Jefferson Falcons 7-0 on a turnover into the end zone on a punt.
Yeah, it's definitely with the high profile or big play capability of this offense, you would almost anticipate a little bit more scoring than this.
Del Garbino hands it off to Clardy. This time he's dragged by his jersey behind the line of scrimmage to the 45, but there is a penalty flag on the field as the two officials are going to talk about this.
Yeah, Johnny Eckert, number 57, the senior for your Falcons, was able to make a fantastic play on stand-in left tackle Ben Lilius and make that play in the backfield.
They're still talking about the penalty.
So it looks like it was a holding call on Girard, and they're looking to see if, because it was a spot foul, the foul occurred past the line of scrimmage. So they're trying to play, well, do we take the -5 yards we just got and go to second down, or third down, I'm sorry, or do you take the second down and let them redo the down from the spot? So we'll see what they decide.
And I think they're going to accept the penalty, so they're going to move them back inside to about the 40-yard line, and it's going to be second down and long. 2nd and 20 now for the Girard Indians. Del Garbino puts a receiver in motion, takes a snap, fakes the handoff, looking down the sidelines. He's got Morgan Clardy. There he goes, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Indians.
Yeah, the wheel route worked fantastic for the Indians there, as Clardy was able to run a great route out of the backfield, goes untouched for a 60-yard touchdown for your Indians.
Del Garbino with his 7th touchdown on the year puts the Indians up 13-0 with 7 seconds remaining in the first quarter, and the extra point pending, and that's going to come from number 19, the senior, Stephen Gamble. Snap is back, hold is good, kick is up, and it is also good. So with 7 seconds remaining in the first quarter, Girard puts up 7 more. It's 14-0. You're listening to both Falcon and Indian football here on YSN Live.
Hi, come on in. Wow, where did you get this beautiful hardwood flooring?
Baird Brothers.
So did Bob get a raise?
Not a raise. Baird Brothers fine hardwoods, and you can have beautiful hardwood flooring too. Visit BairdBrothers.com.
Bad theater seats, cheap Halloween masks, my apartment, all things with obstructed views. Add to these, large trucks and buses. 18-wheelers and large buses have big blind spots, and like my apartment, they don't always have the best view. Bus and truck drivers deal with blind spots around the entire vehicle. Always take care not to ride alongside or too close behind them. Our roads, our safety. Learn more at sharetheroadsafely.gov.
It's 14-0. The Girard Indians leading here in this conference matchup between the Jefferson Falcons and Girard. Out of the last possession, it was an Andrew Del Garbino 60-yard reception to Morgan Clardy. He took it to the house. It's 14-0 with the kickoff coming. Once again from Stephen Gamble. Puts the ball on the tee on that right hash. 3 receivers to return for the Falcons. All set up inside the 10-yard line. There's 7 seconds remaining in the first quarter. If returned, this could end the first quarter. It will be returned. The returner at the 10, juking at the 15, and he's knocked down there at about the 16-yard line. That'll end the first quarter. It's Girard 14, Jefferson nothing.
Heading to a high school football game this week? Don't leave without the Storm Tracker 21 weather app.
Download it for free to get the forecast for high school game night.
Medicare open enrollment is October 15th through December 7th. Call Myers Family Insurance for your free review today at 330-286-3044. Myers Family Insurance is not affiliated with any government agency. Myers Family Insurance, your local Medicare and retirement experts.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how. And we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. Not just one time, but every chance we get. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids not only need to know the dangers and how to avoid them, they need to hear it often from you. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, They need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids and guide them through the challenges of growing up safe and healthy. Because when you talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
So talk, they hear you. You can do it if you try.
Welcome back to the second quarter. The Jefferson Falcons have the ball inside their own 15. Quarterback takes a snap, direct run up the middle, and he's going to get about 4 to the 19-yard line.
Yeah, that defense led there by Amari Kurd on the stop for the Indians. And that brings up 2nd and 7 for the Falcons.
Ball at the 20. They're now working from right to left on the field. They trail 14-0 after a big turnover with 7 minutes remaining. A muff snap put it in their own end zone. Girard recovered. And then with 7 seconds remaining, Del Garbino to Clardy, 60 yards. It's 14-0. Falcons hand it off to Danny Bruckman up the middle. Jukin gets to about the 23. And here comes another third down for Jefferson.
Yeah, third down's been really the Achilles heel for this Falcon offense so far, as they've converted one. That doesn't usually bode well.
Third down and 4, ball in the 23. And the shotgun is David Thompson. Running back to his right, 3 receivers all lined up in the slot. 1 receiver to the left, one-on-one coverage here. Girard almost jumped on the left side. Thompson takes the snap, throws it out in the flats. That's number 3 on the reception, Wade Woodworth, fighting for the first down marker. He's close. Let's see what they spot him. The first down marker's at the 27-yard line.
Yeah,
they're going to spot it right there, and they're going to give him the first down. What a fight from the freshman wide receiver, 5'11", 165, Wade Woodworth. Fights his way and claws for a first down to about the 22-yard line.
Yeah, that first contact from a Girard defender was about 4 yards to the sticks, and he just wouldn't be denied.
David Thompson back in the shotgun, 1 receiver far side, 3 in the slot to the left. Takes the snap. They hand it off to Bruckman. Bruckman still moving, and now 3 defenders are going to have to pull him down. That's to the 37-yard line, and this near side official is waving his arm to give Jefferson another first down.
I'll tell you what, that Danny Bruckman, the junior tailback for the Falcons, this kid's running hard.
You could tell Jefferson's really trying to get their first conference win tonight. They've lost 7 in a row since winning week 1. And they're playing hard. They had the ball in the end zone, or the red zone. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it in. Thompson takes it, fakes the handoff. He's going to run it up the middle himself, and he's hit and knocked down at about the 40-yard line.
Yeah, they're running a very nice read option here. They're able to create some mismatches out on the edge or pull that ball and try and cut back inside the tackles. And so far, they've been able to, despite all things, have some pretty decent movement on first and second down.
Here comes Thompson. This time is running back to his left. 1 receiver far side, 3 to the near side. Takes a snap, hand off to Bruckman. Up the gut, he's tripped. The ball came out, but he was rolled down.
A little bit of extracurricular activity here as some Indians and Falcons get into it. No flags on the play. Third down, and we'll call it a long 4. 3rd and 4 sounds good.
3rd and 4, 3rd and a long 4.
Yeah.
Ball at about the 44-yard line for Jefferson. 8:39 remaining here in the second quarter. This is a long drive for Jefferson. They started out at the 12-minute mark to begin the second quarter. They're approaching 8 minutes. Takes the snap, hand off to Bruckman. Bruckman along the right edge, moving, powering. He's got the first down to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, this is just a very well-composed rebound series by the Falcons. You know, you had a rough start to the game. You have a muff punt that gets converted into a score to end the court. We got a little extracurricular activities going on here in the press box as the Jefferson coaching staff not very happy with the clock operator pounding on the window.
Thompson rolling out to the left. It's tipped up, incomplete. Tipping it up was number 8, Dominic Melito. The strong safety sophomore knocks it down, and that's going to make up a 2nd down and 10 for Jefferson inside their own 48. Now there is under 8 minutes, 7:55 on the clock.
But as I was saying before we were so rudely interrupted, this is a fantastic drive so far by this Falcons offense as they've been able to try and stay relatively balanced, get the first down, getting the good down and distance situations. But this 2nd down is here. It's huge.
Thompson takes the snap, but the play is waved off as Girard is going to take their first time out here in quarter number 2. We're taking one as well here on YSN Live.
Right now, Beard Brothers Fine Hardwoods is featuring industrial workbench tops. Hard maple workbench tops starting at $240. Red oak workbench tops starting at just $210. See the entire selection when you shop BeardBrothers.com or 7060 Quarry Road, Canfield.
All across the country, people are coming together to speed up what we can learn about health. The All of Us Research Program is calling on 1 million people to join us as we try to change the future of health. For your family, for future generations, for all of us. Visit joinallofus.org and find out how you can become 1 in a million.
Medicare open enrollment is October 15th through December 7th. For all your Medicare and retirement needs, call Myers Family Insurance. They offer all local carriers and will help you find the right plans for you. Schedule your appointment today for a free, no-obligation review of your current plan. Call Myers Family Insurance today at 330-286-3044.
2nd down and 10 for the Falcons. Ball in their own 48. Takes a snap, looking, throws over the middle. It's intercepted. Here comes the Girard Indians down the right side, inside the 30, and he's going to be brought down by the horse collar, and that's going to be number 5, Nicholas Melito with the interception, and they're going to get more yards after the play. He was drugged down by his horse collar at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, they've definitely instituted a lot of heavy sanctions on that. It's just a dangerous play. You know, I understand what's going on when you're on the field, especially heat of the moment. You're just grabbing at anything you can get, but realistically, it's just a way to clean up the game to try and keep it safe, to keep defenders thinking about, okay, where am I grabbing at? Is this actually going to be a safe play? Should I try and wrap him up? I mean, that's the end goal. Be in a safe or proper position to stop the ball carrier.
Nicholas Melito with a huge pick. Brought it all the way down to the 25-yard line. Then the penalty after the play. 3 referees discussing on the near side.
It looks like there's 2 sets of penalties. Clearly, where we had 2 penalties thrown on the sideline during the tackle for the horse collar. However, right around the hash marks at the 35-yard line, there's 2 sets of flags as well. And it looks like while our eyes were clearly on the play, there was a little bit of extra hand fighting going on, and we'll see the direction that goes. If it's both enforced on the Falcons, or if that may actually create an offsetting penalty situation, and that kind of eliminates any additional yardage.
So we do have both 2 penalties, 1 on Girard and 1 on Jefferson. So the penalties are going to offset. But does Jefferson get the ball back is the question. I think they do, as their offense is jogging back onto the field.
Back on, but I'm a little bit confused because the possession had changed, and it was on the interception return. So I don't see, and Coach Pat Pearson is livid here. He's past the numbers. He is almost on the hash marks as he's arguing his case, which I agree. I try and be as biased as I can up here, but realistically, Melito gained possession at approximately the 42-yard line of Girard and returned it to the 30 of the Falcons. And as the penalties were assessed, it was after the interception. So I think they got it straightened out.
So it is going to be Girard ball. Their first call was that the penalty's offset and Jefferson was going to regain possession, and then everybody up here as well as down on the field was like, wait, what? We had the ball while the penalties occurred.
Absolutely. So what it does look like, though, is the second penalty, or there were two penalties that occurred during the play, one on Girard and one on the Falcons. So those offset. But there was a dead ball personal foul after the play, and that is what has pushed the Indians back from approximately the 27 to, or the 30 to the 45-yard line, where they'll start this possession in the second quarter. 7:43 to go.
Del Garbino in the shotgun. His running back Tyler Maddox to his left. Two receivers left, two right. Takes a snap, looking. He's going deep down the sideline. He's got a receiver. Jump ball is tipped and it's caught inside the 10-yard line. Oh, what a catch.
Unbelievable catch.
Nicholas Melito again on that far sideline. Juggles it and brings it down inside the 10 to the 6.
Yeah, I mean, quite frankly, he's going up there against number 8, Grant Hitchcock, the 5'9", 135-pound freshman. He'll be able to tell his friends he went up against a Division I athlete tomorrow, but tonight it's not going to really help out.
Del Garbino with two big passes here in the first half. One 60 yards for a touchdown. Another one 30-plus inside the red zone. Taking the snap is Jimmy Jones. He's going to run on himself. Juking tackler.
He fumbled.
The ball's loose. It's in the end zone. Let's see who recovers it, and it's a touchback. Jefferson recovered the football.
Wow.
What a big turnover for the Indians. Jimmy Jones was a spin away from being in the end zone, and he coughed the ball up.
Absolutely. That's been as incredible of an athlete as what Jimmy Jones has been able to do from a running, receiving, and even passing standpoint. He does unfortunately have a penchant for carrying the ball pretty loosely or away from his body. And once you get especially into the red zone, you really need to secure that. I think even with the contact, he would have fallen in the end zone for the touchdown. But that's not how the ball bounced. And 1st and 10 Falcons from the 20-yard line. Actually, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a slight break to do a review on some local area scores. We have the Struthers Wildcats leading the South Range Raiders 22-21. The Quakers of Salem up 16-6 on Garfield, and we have game reviewing.
David Thompson takes the snap, hands it to Danny Bruckman. He gets across the 20 to the 22-yard line. That's only going to be good for a gain of 2.
Continuing, we're looking at Southern Local 24-0 over Wellsville. Columbiana 28-0 over Lisbon. That game's in the second quarter. And at last check, Poland was up 14-0 on Hubbard.
Jefferson breaks the huddle. David Thompson in the shotgun. Split back formation. Two receivers far side. Thompson takes it. He's going to fake it. He's going to run on himself. Knocked down at the 26-yard line by number 54, Ben Lilius. That's his second tackle of the day. The middle linebacker, senior, 5'9", 190, and he put a punishing on David Thompson as he's laying on the ground holding his shoulder.
Yeah, that play was designed really well by the blocking. However, once the quarterback got to the second level, he was running very vertically, didn't see the middle linebacker coming over from the outside position and put a big hit. Came down directly on his shoulder, and this does not bode well for a Falcons offense that through the years unfortunately seen some struggles, and this is not going to help their case at all.
The quarterback, David Thompson, the senior, 6'2", 185, is on the field right now. He's on the ground. Looks like a couple trainers are going to help him out, and let's see if he can get it out on his own power.
Yeah, you hate to see that, especially at this stage in the game. Girard saw it last week with Hayden Gump going down with an elbow injury, out for the remaining balance of the year. You just want to play through and finish your senior season. It's something that you worked quite honestly your entire playing career for. Just to finish the season with your friends and for your team. But he looks like he's walking out under his own power. So hopefully he's able to recover and get his way back onto the field.
He's going to take himself as he jogs over to the sideline, so a good sign over there for the senior quarterback for Jefferson, David Thompson. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 3, ball in the 32, 6:12 remaining here in the first half. It's 14-0, Girard leading. The new quarterback is going to be number 6, that's DJ Hall, another senior replacing him. DJ Hall in the shotgun, 2 receivers to the left, split back formation, takes the snap. He's going to fake handoff. He's running towards the right side, and he's knocked down at about the line of scrimmage, so that's going to bring up 4th down for the Falcons.
Yeah, and unfortunately in this situation, back up against the wall for Coach Ed Rankin and his team. I think this is definitely a position where you just have to punt. I understand, you had a bad snap in the first quarter, but your back's up against the wall here. Your team's down 14-0. Your defense has played fantastic so far. Secure the punt or secure the snap back to your punter. It actually looks like, am I mistaken? But is that number 16, David Thompson back to kick?
It is. So he returned from the sideline to kick it off. Snap is good. It's a fake. He's going to run it to the right side. 25 cuts up midfield, and he's going to be knocked down short of the first down marker. And Girard's going to have the ball inside the 30.
Absolutely gutsy call. I mean,
it was kind of obvious, though.
Yeah.
At the same time, gutsy but obvious. You called it before the snap. You bring your hurt quarterback back on the punt.
Yeah, when Tim Kinkoff was on the field earlier for kicking, he was like, okay, that makes sense. And he comes off the field and replaced for a just recently injured running quarterback. You kind of played your hand a little bit there, but nonetheless, 1st down and 10 for the Indians on the 27-yard line.
Del Garbino in the shotgun, running back Maddox to his left, 2 receivers to the left side, 1 receiver to the near side. Takes the snap, he's going to hand it off to Clardy. Clardy still bouncing around, looking. He's at the 20, finds a hole, 15, he's at the 10, and knocked down inside the 10-yard line at about the 9.
Yeah, they definitely have a knack for running off the right side, especially with Hayden Gump out of the lineup, but I can't really blame them, as the left side or the right side of that offense is led by Khalil Hughley, the 6'4", 330-plus pound offensive right tackle.
1st and goal for the Indians, ball at the 9. They're going to give it back to Clardy to the right side, cuts up midfield at the 10, 5, touchdown Indians. There's Morgan Clardy, his 2nd touchdown of the night, makes it 20-0. Here with 4:47 left in the first half.
And almost like he can hear me, big number 66, Khalil Hughley, blocked down beautifully on the play, created a massive cutback lane, and Clardy takes it for 6.
Here comes the extra point from the senior Stephen Gamble. It is senior night here at Arrowhead Stadium. The holder is Nicholas Melito. Snap is back. Melito's hold is good. Gamble's kick is up, and it is good. He's 3 for 3 on extra points. 21-0. Girard leads. Jefferson's still going to get the ball back with 4:47 remaining here in the first half.
The practice, the game plan, the anticipation all lead to Friday night. And when the lights go out, it's time for the Sweeney Chevrolet Buick GMC Overtime Report. Friday at 11 on 21 Sports.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811. Brought to you by Common Ground Alliance.
Mary, did you just remodel? Your house looks so different.
We just got new doors from Baird Brothers. It was so simple. We just swapped out the old door, didn't touch the frame or the casing. It's easy and they look beautiful.
Find out how simple a dramatic change to your home can be. See the selection of interior doors at BairdBrothers.com.
21-0. The Girard Indians lead here against the Jefferson Falcons. Kicking it off is going to be Stephen Gamble on the right hash mark at the 40. Back to return, 3 returners for Jefferson. 4:47 remaining here in the first half. Here's the kick, end over end, inside the 10. It's caught by a receiver there, cuts up midfield. He's at the 20, and he's knocked down there at about the 23-yard line. On the return was number 75, and that is Mason Pawlowski.
Yeah, not a whole lot do you get a guy with the number 75 returning some kicks for you, but here we are.
Yeah, I mean, for Jefferson, they're trying out new guys. I mean, you're 1-7 on the year. You got to try something new, mix something in there. 0-5 in conference play. Girard, on the other hand, 5-3. They are the number 7 team right now in the region, so they are right now secured a playoff spot. They have Jefferson this week, and then they travel to Niles to play week number 10, and if they win that, they are an automatic bid into the OHSAA high school football playoff bracket.
Yeah, just going back to this Jefferson team, I just counted they have almost 20 freshmen on this varsity football team.
DJ Hall's going to take the snap. He's the new quarterback. Design QB run. Quarterback draw. He gets to about the 30. Good gain on first down. 2nd down and 5 coming up. With 4:28 remaining in the first half, it's all Girard here at Arrowhead Stadium on senior night. 21-0 they lead. It looks like the original quarterback, David Thompson, is going to enter, but he's going to line up on the very right side, trips to the right. One receiver to the left. DJ Hall in the shotgun. His running back is to his left. He takes the snap, looking, another quarterback draw. Cuts up midfield at the 36, and he's dragged down there. That's going to be good enough to move the chains for the Falcons.
Yeah, this has been a nice little boost for the Falcon offense as number 6, DJ Hall, stepping in, playing a very nice role here as a dual threat quarterback, looking for passing options, but taking the ball down, tucking and running, finding nice avenues for his or nice avenues created by his offensive line.
DJ Hall back in the shotgun, running back to his left. One receiver to the left side, trips to the right side. Hall takes a snap, looking, throwing out into the flats. It's juggled and incomplete. Austin Schmidt, the senior wide receiver, couldn't come up with a catch.
Yeah, that was one of those plays that, especially in the morning, you just don't want to see when you're watching tape. Hall made a great pass out to the flat. You had very nice blocking by your 2 wide receivers, created a nice running lane, and you just started running before you secured the football.
Same formation for the Falcons. Trips right, one receiver left. Shotgun formation. Hall takes it. He's going to keep it himself, runs up to the right side, and he's knocked down at about the 37-yard line, so that's going to bring up a 3rd down and long for the Falcons inside their own territory with 3:18 remaining, and you don't want to give the ball back to the Indians here.
No, especially the way these last 2 drives have been. They've been almost they've been pretty dominant for the Indians. Your 60-yard touchdown run and then or reception, and then 2 powerful runs by Morgan Clardy setting up the next touchdown.
DJ Hall back in it. Trips right, one receiver left, takes a snap, rolling to his right, looking, throwing. He's got a receiver. It's caught by Wade Woodworth, but he's dragged out of bounds at about the 42-yard line, and that's going to bring up 4th down for the Falcons. Let's see what they do here, as both times they've went back to punt. First one, snap was over the punter's head into the end zone. Girard recovered it for their first touchdown, and then their last punt attempt was a fake from their hurt quarterback, David Thompson. They didn't get it, turned it over, led to another 7 points from Girard. So now with 2:19 remaining, they have the ball at their own 42, and it looks like they're going to try and go for it.
Yeah, it
as
looks
they
like
stole
they're
the
probably
offense on
gonna
the
drain
field.
this clock too, as we're down to inside 8 seconds in the play clock. They're going to call a timeout to limit the amount of time that the Girard offense will have with the football.
Timeout is called. 2:01 on the game clock. The second charge timeout for the Jefferson Falcons. We're going to take another timeout here on YSN Live, your sports network.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811. Brought to you by Common Ground Alliance.
Mary, did you just remodel? Your house looks so different.
We just got new doors from Baird Brothers. It was so simple. We just swapped out the old door, didn't touch the frame or the casing. It's easy and they look beautiful.
Find out how simple a dramatic change to your home can be. See the selection of interior doors at BairdBrothers.com.
It is 4th down and 5 for the Jefferson Falcons. They are going to go for it. The quarterback, DJ Hall in the shotgun. Running back to his left, 3 receivers left, 1 right. Hall takes the low snap, looking, throwing over the middle of the field. It's tipped and incomplete, intended for the original quarterback, David Thompson. And the Falcons are going to turn it over inside their own territory. And Girard's going to be able to try and strike before the half is over. They have 1 minute and 57 seconds to work with. And they got great field position inside the Jefferson 45.
Yeah, with the way they moved the ball, like you were saying, the last two drives, it's going to be really difficult to, 158. There's definitely more than enough meat on the bone to carve up 6.
Del Garbino sets up in the shotgun. Single back formation. Maddox to his left. He's got a ton of time. He's looking deep down the field for Jimmy Jones. Another big reception for Jimmy Jones inside the 15-yard line as he got a toe tap catch to the 12.
Yeah, again, that Falcons pass defense, it's just, unfortunately, it's just overmatched. I mean, that was Trent Hodge again, the freshman, out there on Jimmy Jones, the savvy senior, and it's just a mismatch. And like you said, Del Garbino had an incredibly clean pocket and more than enough time to throw, and the Indians capitalize.
Garbino gives to Clardy. He's bouncing around, juking defenders inside the 5-yard line. He's got a pile, still trying to get into the end zone, and he's finally dragged down at the 1-yard line. And now the Indians are going to have 1st and goal with the ball at the 1, and they're going to be able to strike again with 1 minute and 37 seconds remaining.
Yeah, that didn't take much time at all. You got to say that was an impressive run. I mean, Clardy hits the hole in between the guard and the tackle on the left side of your offensive line and makes multiple moves, carries about five defenders with him.
Del Garbino goes right back to Morgan Clardy. That's his 3rd touchdown of the night as he just glances right through untouched. And it is now a 27-0 lead. Girard in full control here in the first half. 1 minute 21 remaining. Stephen Gamble out to kick the extra point. He's 3 for 3 tonight. Clardy with his 3rd touchdown. Last time was 9 yards out. This time from 1 yard out. The snap is back. Hold is good. Kick is up, and it is good once again. 28-0. Girard leads. Jefferson's going to get the ball back with 1:21 remaining here in the first half.
Hello, I'm Greg Burbick with G. Burbick Farms. For the last 100 years, my family has farmed in Columbiana and Mahoning counties. I began raising cattle in 1996 with the goal of providing a better product for you and your family on the dinner table. Our grass-fed and grain-supplemented Black Angus beef are raised with no hormones, steroids, or antibiotics. We're known for our hometown-friendly service and incredible tasting products. We're locally owned and have customers across the tri-state area. Our products go from our farm to your family. Stop by our farm on New Buffalo Road or visit us on the web at gburbickfarms.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook. G. Burbick Farms, it just tastes better.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how, and we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids need to know the dangers and how to avoid them. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids, because when you talk, they hear you.
Jefferson's going to return it inside their own 5. It's number 83 this time, Trent Hodge, who's going to return the kick. He's past the 20 and knocked out of bounds at the 22-yard line. And you got to think Jefferson's got to get some points on the board with 1 minute and 10 remaining here in the first half. to even have a shot in the second half.
Yeah, they're definitely going to be in an incredibly tough position. You know, they've shown they can move the ball, but as we were saying, that drive in the second quarter to start it, you know, that drained about 5 minutes and change off the clock. You know, this offense has been really predicated on the ground game. So to me, they're really going to have to show another side of this offense if they're going to be able to move the ball, get some points with 1:10 left in the second.
DJ Hall, the quarterback, senior 5'8", 174, takes over for their starter, David Thompson. He's in the shotgun. 3 receivers left, 2 right, spread offense look, takes the snap, QB draw. He bounces a hand tackle, and he gets out to about the 26-yard line. A good gain of about 4 yards. I like the new look with DJ Hall.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it just you feel like there's a more dynamic opportunity, that there's more explosion. DJ Hall clearly looking like he's a natural in the backfield. If him and number 23 Danny Bruckman can really create some cohesion in the backfield, they could have a nice solid attack here for the second half.
Hall takes. He gives the Bruckman up the gut. He gets to about the 30-yard line. He's dragged down there. And with 25 seconds remaining on the game clock, they might just let this tick down to half.
And we actually
got a player on the field before the half is over. Now he gets back up. That's number 54. Ben Lilius, like you just called. He had 2 big tackles on the night. Ben Lilius actually was the one who delivered the strike to David Thompson and take him out of this game. And with 5 seconds remaining, the Falcons are going to take their third and final timeout, and it's either trick play or Hail Mary time for them.
Well, I mean, we really haven't seen them throw the ball very far, so I'm not exactly sure that trick play would be designed, but, you know, I'm all for it. It's third down. Realistically, you're a 1-7 team right now. Why not? Have some fun. Draw something up in the sand, man. Let's get after it.
Jefferson with a quick huddle. They break out. They've taken their third and final timeout. The ball is at the 30-yard line. They have to go 70 yards to the end zone with 5 seconds remaining here in the first half. They're going to line up in the shotgun. The quarterback, DJ Hall, in the backfield with 1 receiver to the far side. His running back, Danny Bruckman, to his left. Trips to the left. The Indians come out. Looks like they're going to line up about 10 yards off the receiver.
Yeah, we got man all the way across the board. I'd look to try and create a mismatch, as it looks like they're just going to run the football.
Hall takes it. He's going to fake the handoff, run it himself. It was a good run to the 40-yard line. They got the first down, but that's going to end the first half here at Arrowhead Stadium. It is 28-0. We're going to have a halftime report for you here in about 7 minutes, so stay tuned to the YSN Live scoreboard update here on YSN.
We are the leaders. We are here at every school.
In every city.
We can make a difference.
At some point, nearly every person in America goes to school. You want to make a difference? That's a good place to start.
If you can reach one of us,
you can reach all of us.
And it all starts right here.
This is the place to make a difference.
With huddles, coach and team Bible studies, and our chaplain programs, FCA does make a difference.
We will make a difference. We are the future. Every student, every school, and we will make a difference. And I guarantee it,
this is the time.
We will make a difference. Let's build our schools together. Building leaders. Leadership with a purpose.
Many medicines used to treat colds and flu contain acetaminophen, a pain reliever and fever reducer found in hundreds of over-the-counter and prescription medicines. But taking too much or more than one medication containing acetaminophen per day can damage your liver. So always read the label and don't take acetaminophen if you drink 3 or more alcoholic drinks every day. To learn more, visit fda.gov/OTC pain info. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Food and Drug Administration.
Hi, come on in. Wow, where did you get this beautiful hardwood flooring?
Baird Brothers.
So did Bob get a raise?
Not a raise. Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods, and you can have beautiful hardwood flooring too. Visit BairdBrothers.com.
bad theater seats, cheap Halloween masks, my apartment, all things with obstructed views. Add to these large trucks and buses. 18-wheelers and large buses have big blind spots, and like my apartment, they don't always have the best view. Bus and truck drivers deal with blind spots around the entire vehicle. Always take care not to ride alongside or too close behind them. Our roads, our safety. Learn more at sharetheroadsafely.gov.
Heading to a high school football game this week? Don't leave without the Storm Tracker 21 weather app.
Download it for free to get the forecast for high school game night.
Medicare open enrollment is October 15th through December 7th. Call Myers Family Insurance for your free review today at 330-286-3044. Myers Family Insurance is not affiliated with any government agency. Myers Family Insurance, your local Medicare and retirement experts.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how. And we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. Not just one time, but every chance we get. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids not only need to know the dangers and how to avoid them, they need to hear it often from you. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids and guide them through the challenges of growing up safe and healthy. Because when you talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
So talk, they hear you. You can do it if you try.
Right now, Beard Brothers Fine Hardwoods is featuring industrial workbench tops. Hard maple workbench tops starting at $240. Red oak workbench tops starting at just $210. See the entire selection when you shop BeardBrothers.com or 7060 Quarry Road, Canfield.
All across the country, people are coming together to speed up what we can learn about health. The All of Us research program is calling on 1 million people to join us as we try to change the future of health. For your family, for future generations, for all of us. Visit joinallofus.org and find out how you can become 1 in a million.
Medicare open enrollment is October 15th through December 7th. For all your Medicare and retirement needs, call Myers Family Insurance. They offer all local carriers and will help you find the right plans for you. Schedule your appointment today for a free, no-obligation review of your current plan. Call Myers Family Insurance today at 330-286-3044. Myers Family Insurance is not affiliated with any government agency. Myers Family Insurance, your local Medicare and retirement experts.
The practice, the game plan, the anticipation, all lead to Friday night. And when the lights go out, it's time for the Sweeney Chevrolet Buick GMC Overtime Report. Friday at 11 on 21 Sports. Sweeney.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811, brought to you by Common Ground Alliance.
Mary, did you just remodel? Your house looks so different.
We just got new doors from Baird Brothers. It was so simple. We just swapped out the old door, didn't touch the frame or the casing. It's easy and they look beautiful.
Find out how simple a dramatic change to your home can be. See the selection of interior doors at BairdBrothers.com.
This broadcast stream is copyrighted by Yoakley Scott Corporation, LLC. Any other use of this telecast, any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without YSN's consent is prohibited.
Hi everyone, this is DJ Yoakley with Your Sports Network. We appreciate your support of YSN and welcome you to the YSN family. Our broadcast streams are brought to you live at no cost to you by sponsors that are local to this community. Without the vision and generosity of our sponsors and partners, we would not be able to bring this game to you today. So please support the great businesses and leaders that are making this game possible. And if you're a business in need of great advertising and sponsorship opportunities, feel free to head over to our site for more information on the right fit for you. We are local, we are loyal, and we are live. We are YSN.
Hello, I'm Greg Burbick with G. Burbick Farms. For the last 100 years, my family has farmed in Columbiana and Mahoning counties. I began raising cattle in 1996 with the goal of providing a better product for you and your family on the dinner table. Our grass-fed and grain-supplemented Black Angus beef are raised with no hormones, steroids, or antibiotics. We're known for our hometown-friendly service and incredible tasting products. We're locally owned and have customers across the tri-state area. Our products go from our farm to your family. Stop by our farm on New Buffalo Road or visit us on the web at gburbickfarms.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook. G. Burbick Farms, it just tastes better.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how, and we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids need to know the dangers and how to avoid them. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids, because when you talk, they hear you.
We are the leaders.
We are here at every school.
In every city. We can make a difference.
At some point, nearly every person in America goes to school. You want to make a difference? That's a good place to start.
If you can reach one of us,
You can reach all of us.
And it all starts right here.
This is the place to make a difference.
With huddles, coach and team Bible studies, and our chaplain programs, FCA does make a difference.
We will make a difference. We are the future. Every student, every school.
and we will make a difference.
And I guarantee it.
This is the time.
We will make a difference. Let's build our schools together. Building leaders. Leadership with purpose.
Many medicines used to treat colds and flu contain acetaminophen, a pain reliever and fever reducer found in hundreds of over-the-counter and prescription medicines. But taking too much or more than one medication containing acetaminophen per day can damage your liver. So always read the label and don't take acetaminophen if you drink 3 or more alcoholic drinks every day. To learn more, visit fda.gov/OTC pain info. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Food and Drug Administration.
Hi, come on in. Wow, where did you get this beautiful hardwood flooring?
Baird Brothers.
So did Bob get a raise?
Not a raise. Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods, and you can have beautiful hardwood flooring too. Visit BairdBrothers.com.
Bad theater seats, cheap Halloween masks, my apartment, all things with obstructed views. Add to these large trucks and buses. 18-wheelers and large buses have big blind spots, and like my apartment, they don't always have the best view. Bus and truck drivers deal with blind spots around the entire vehicle. Always take care not to ride alongside or too close behind them. Our roads, our safety. Learn more at sharetheroadsafely.gov.
Heading to a high school football game this week? Don't leave without the Storm Tracker 21 weather app.
Download it for free to get the forecast for high school game night.
Medicare open enrollment is October 15th through December 7th. Call Myers Family Insurance for your free review today at 330-286-3044. Myers Family Insurance is not affiliated with any government agency. Myers Family Insurance, your local Medicare and retirement experts.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how. And we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. Not just one time, but every chance we get. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids not only need to know the dangers and how to avoid them, they need to hear it often from you. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids and guide them through the challenges of growing up safe and healthy. Because when you talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
So stop that here. You can do it if you try.
Right now, Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods is featuring industrial workbench tops. Hard maple workbench tops starting at $240. Red oak workbench tops starting at just $210. See the entire selection when you shop BairdBrothers.com or 7060 Quarry Road, Canfield.
All across the country, people are coming together to speed up what we can learn about health. The All of Us Research Program is calling on 1 million people to join us as we try to change the future of health. For your family, for future generations, for all of us. Visit joinallofus.org and find out how you can become one in a million.
Medicare open enrollment is October 15th through December 7th. For all your Medicare and retirement needs, call Myers Family Insurance. They offer all local carriers and will help you find the right plans for you. Schedule your appointment today for a free, no-obligation review of your current plan. Call Myers Family Insurance today at 330-286-3044. Myers Family Insurance is not affiliated with any government agency. Myers Family Insurance, your local Medicare and retirement experts.
The practice, the game plan, the anticipation, all lead to Friday night. And when the lights go out, it's time for the Sweeney Chevrolet Buick GMC Overtime Report, Friday at 11 on 21 Sports. Sweeney.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811, brought to you by Common Ground Alliance.
Mary, did you just remodel? Your house looks so different.
We just got new doors from Baird Brothers. It was so simple. We just swapped out the old door, didn't touch the frame or the casing. It's easy and they look beautiful.
Find out how simple a dramatic change to your home can be. See the selection of interior doors at BairdBrothers.com.
Welcome to the YSN Live Halftime Report. John Gabriel, Richie Giuliano here with you. It is Martins Ferry 10, Beaver Local nothing. Clay Battelli in Conaton Valley at half. Battelli winning 15-7. Poland Seminary putting a whooping on NE8 rival, the Hubbard Eagles, 28-0 at half. And what some said was going to be the game of the week around the area. The Canfield Cardinals leading 21-3 at half over the Howland Tigers. Western Reserve is trailing to undefeated Springfield 7-6 at half. East Liverpool is also losing at halftime to Weir the Red Riders 24-7. Austin Town Fitch beating the Boardman Spartans 20-0 at half. Niles Red Dragons leading the Lakeview Bulldogs in a good matchup. 14-7, Lakeview hanging in there. St. Francis de Sal's up 21-6 against Steubenville. Southern Local pounding Wellsville at half, 51-0. Columbiana beating Lisbon 42-0. Brookfield over Campbell Memorial 35-7. Newton Falls and Liberty are tied at half, 14 up. Crestview is putting a whooping on Champion 28-0. McDonald 27, Lowville 12. Into the second quarter we go. Jefferson obviously trailing to Girard 28-0 here at half at Arrowhead Stadium. The Mineral Ridge Rams 13-0 lead over Sebring Trojans in the first quarter. And in the Holy War, the Cardinal Mooney Cardinals are beating the Ursuline Irish 7-0 in the first quarter. And that's going to be one of the games of the week as well. And our very own DJ Oakley has that one for you on YSN Live. So at halftime, while we're at half here, go check that one out. That's going to be a great one. Latonia 7-0 over United. And that's going to wrap up our scoreboard update here at Arrowhead Stadium. The Girard Indians with a 28-0 lead. Quarterback Andrew Del Garbino, 7 for 9, 191 yards and a throwing touchdown. On the other hand, the player of the game right now for Girard is the running back, senior Morgan Clardy. He has 9 carries for 76 yards, 2 touchdowns on the ground, 1 touchdown on a 60-yard reception in the first quarter. Receiving-wise, Jimmy Jones, 3 receptions, 40 yards, no touchdowns. And then the big receiver, Nicholas Melito, the Louisville commit, 2 receptions for 82 yards. We're going to have some second half action for you coming up here on YSN Live.
Hello, I'm Greg Burbick with G. Burbick Farms. For the last 100 years, my family has farmed in Columbiana and Mahoning counties. I began raising cattle in 1996 with the goal of providing a better product for you and your family on the dinner table. Our grass-fed and grain-supplemented Black Angus beef are raised with no hormones, steroids, or antibiotics. We're known for our hometown-friendly service and incredible tasting products. We're locally owned and have customers across the tri-state area. Our products go from our farm to your family. Stop by our farm on New Buffalo Road or visit us on the web at gburbickfarms.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook. G. Burbick Farms, it just tastes better.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how, and we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids need to know the dangers and how to avoid them. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids, because when you talk, they hear you.
We are the leaders. We are here at every school.
In every city. We can make a difference.
At some point, nearly every person in America goes to school. You want to make a difference? That's a good place to start.
If you can reach one of us,
you can reach all of us.
And it all starts right here.
This is the place to make a difference.
With huddles, coach and team Bible studies, and our chaplain programs, FCA does make a difference.
We will make a difference. We are the future. Every student, every school. And we will make a difference. And I guarantee it, this is the time.
We will make a difference. Let's build our schools together. Building leaders. Leadership with a purpose.
Many medicines used to treat colds and flu contain acetaminophen, a pain reliever and fever reducer found in hundreds of over-the-counter and prescription medicines. But taking too much or more than one medication containing acetaminophen per day can damage your liver. So always read the label and don't take acetaminophen if you drink 3 or more alcoholic drinks every day. To learn more, visit fda.gov/OTC pain info. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Food and Drug Administration.
Hi, come on in. Wow, where did you get this beautiful hardwood flooring?
Baird Brothers.
So did Bob get a raise?
Not a raise. Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods, and you can have beautiful hardwood flooring too. Visit BairdBrothers.com.
Bad theater seats, cheap Halloween masks, my apartment, all things with obstructed views. Add to these large trucks and buses. 18-wheelers and large buses have big blind spots, and like my apartment, they don't always have the best view. Bus and truck drivers deal with blind spots around the entire vehicle. Always take care not to ride alongside or too close behind them. Our roads, our safety. Learn more at sharetheroadsafely.gov.
Heading to a high school football game this week? Don't leave without the Storm Tracker 21 weather app.
Download it for free to get the forecast for high school game night.
Medicare open enrollment is October 15th through December 7th. Call Myers Family Insurance for your free review today at 330-286-3044. Myers Family Insurance is not affiliated with any government agency. Myers Family Insurance, your local Medicare and retirement experts.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how. And we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. Not just one time, but every chance we get. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids not only need to know the dangers and how to avoid them, they need to hear it often from you. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids and guide them through the challenges of growing up safe and healthy. Because when you talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
So don't let here. You can do it if you try.
Right now, Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods is featuring industrial workbench tops. Hard maple workbench tops starting at $240. Red oak workbench tops starting at just $210. See the entire selection when you shop BairdBrothers.com or 7060 Quarry Road, Canfield.
All across the country, people are coming together to speed up what we can learn about health. The All of Us research program is calling on 1 million people to join us as we try to change the future of health. For your family, for future generations, for all of us. Visit joinallofus.org and find out how you can become one in a million.
Medicare open enrollment is October 15th through December 7th. For all your Medicare and retirement needs, call Myers Family Insurance. They offer all local carriers and will help you find the right plans for you. Schedule your appointment today for a free, no-obligation review of your current plan. Call Myers Family Insurance today at 330-286-3044. Myers Family Insurance is not affiliated with any government agency. Myers Family Insurance, your local Medicare and retirement experts.
The practice, the game plan, the anticipation, all lead to Friday night. And when the lights go out, it's time for the Sweeney Chevrolet Buick GMC Overtime Report. Friday at 11 on 21 Sports. Sweeney.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811. Brought to you by Common Ground Alliance.
Mary, did you just remodel? Your house looks so different.
We just got new doors from Baird Brothers. It was so simple. We just swapped out the old door, didn't touch the frame or the casing. It's easy and they look beautiful.
Find out how simple a dramatic change to your home can be. See the selection of interior doors at Baird Brothers.
Hi everyone, this is DJ Yoakley with Your Sports Network. We appreciate your support of YSN and welcome you to the YSN family. Our broadcast streams are brought to you live at no cost to you by sponsors that are local to this community. Without the vision and generosity of our sponsors and partners, we would not be able to bring this game to you today. So please support the great businesses and leaders that are making this game possible. And if you're a business in need of great advertising and sponsorship opportunities, feel free to head over to our site for more information on the right fit for you. We are local, we are loyal, and we are live. We are YSN.
Welcome back to second half action between a Northeastern 8 conference matchup between the Jefferson Falcons and the Girard Indians. It was all Indians in the first half. They lead 28-0. Jefferson will receive the ball in the second half. Some career-high numbers for quarterback Andrew Del Garbino. In the first half, he was 7 of 9 for 191 yards and a touchdown. Here comes the kick. It takes a couple of bounces. It rolls down to the 1 and trickles into the end zone. And that's a touchback, and the Falcons are going to have the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, that was a little dangerous at the end. Gamble put enough little English on that. The backspin, it wasn't exactly making its way there in a hurry. And, while you can fair catch or whatnot, in high school, unless the ball reaches the end zone, it's a live football. So, number 83 for the Falcons, Trent Hodge, was taking a little bit of a risk just watching that ball roll around as the kick team quickly made their way down.
Here comes the Falcons offense back on the field, led by senior quarterback DJ Hall. The second string comes out in the shotgun, running back to his right, takes a snap, gives it to Bruckman. Around the left side, he's dropped for a gain of 1, or a loss of 1, inside the 20 to the 19. Danny Bruckman, the junior, 5'8", 180, the running back. The new quarterback is DJ Hall, who we saw glimpses of to end the second half after the starting quarterback, David Thompson, went down with an injury.
And while we saw him spread out and in different formations, I'm not seeing Thompson out there right now for the Falcons.
Hall takes it, looks, pump fakes, he throws, and that's going to be a completion across the 40 to the 41-yard line. That's number 3, Wade Woodworth, the freshman receiver, with his first catch of the night to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, that was a great play design there as Hall is faked to the outside on the side that he always the lineup is trips. He's had multiple fakes and he's pulled and tucked and ran, but this time he did the pump fake, caught the defense flat-footed, and the seam opened wide up for Wade Woodworth as he gained a solid. Well, we have a little bit of extra here. It looks like there was a penalty on the Girard Indians as a late hit on the quarterback. So another 15 yards on the end of that, and the Falcons are in business, 1st and 10 from the 43.
Hall takes the snap, gives it to Bruckman around the left edge. He's inside the 40 and drugged down at the 30-yard line. That's a good run from Danny Bruckman. He's ran out of bounds there, and it looks like on the first possession of the second half, Falcons moving the ball really well.
Absolutely. Maybe they had to shake it off a little bit. That change of quarterback can always, be a little bit different, as this Indians team was clearly looking for seeing and going against David Thompson. Having this dynamic quarterback in DJ Hall has opened up a lot of running lanes and even passing lanes.
Hall in the shotgun takes, design quarterback run up the middle. He's going to get a good gain to about the 21-yard line. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 1 for the Falcons. And, man, DJ Hall's brought some energy here for this offense. They got a chance on their first possession of the second half to punch it in.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You look over and you see the score's 28-0, but you wouldn't know by this sideline and this team so far. They're absolutely buzzing, and they're taking it to this Girard Indians defense here in this first possession.
As we mentioned earlier in the broadcast last week against Struthers, the Girard Indians run defense gave up 425 total yards. Back in the shotgun is Hall, running back to his left, takes it, fakes it, throws over the middle. There's number 3, Wade Woodworth again. Makes the catch inside the 20 to the 16-yard line. He gets forward progress, and that's going to move the chains for the Falcons inside the red zone.
Yeah, they're chipping away. And now these small passes, they may seem inconsequential. That was just a 6-yard gain. However, it's taking pressure off of the box. So your linebackers, you're not able to pin your ears back. They're having to play and slow down and process the play as opposed to just being able to look, see the football, find and attack the motion.
Trips to the left for the Falcons. He gives it to Bruckman. Along the left edge, he's inside the 10, inside the 5, and knocked down at the 4. And here comes a late penalty flag on that far sideline.
Yeah, that's going to be, unfortunately, but that's going to be on number 17, Amari Curd. You had him, I shouldn't say 15. There was about 5 or 6 yards out of bounds, and you just give him a shove. There's no point to it. You're up 28 points. It's the third quarter, and you're taking a commanding lead. He may be running hard, but there's really no need for that extracurricular that far off the sideline. And now he's walking, his helmet's off. He's not even off the sideline yet, and he's helmet off screaming at the coaching staff.
Ball at the 2-yard line for the Falcons. 1st and goal in the shotgun. Hall running back. Bruckman to his left. Takes the snap that gives to Bruckman along the right edge, and he's into the end zone. First points for Jefferson out of the second half on their first possession. Make it 28-6 with the extra point pending.
Yeah, I was stuck looking at the Indian sideline as Curd is still beside himself, but what a well-orchestrated first series for the Falcons here, as they absolutely took it to the Indians, ran it right at their weakness, had a lot of dynamic plays where the quarterback was tucking and running in between the tackles or letting the play exfold out in the flat.
They're going to go for 2. Design QB run. Hall takes it, runs right up the gut, but he's short of the goal line, but some extra effort from the linemen up front. And the Girard Indians are going to hold at the 1. 2-point conversion, no good. Jefferson gets on the board with 9:44 remaining. It's 28-6.
Hello, I'm Greg Burbick with G. Burbick Farms. For the last 100 years, my family has farmed in the Columbiana and Mahoning counties. I began raising cattle in 1996 with the goal of providing a better product for you and your family on the dinner table. Our grass-fed and grain-supplemented Black Angus beef are raised with no hormones, steroids, or antibiotics. We're known for our hometown-friendly service and incredible tasting products. We're locally owned and have customers across the tri-state area. Our products go from our farm to your family. Stop by our farm on New Buffalo Road or visit us on the web at gburbickfarms.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook. G. Burbick Farms, it just tastes better.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how, and we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids need to know the dangers and how to avoid them. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids, because when you talk, they hear you.
Another onside kick from the Jefferson Falcons. Their sideline thinks they have it. So do the players as they're all pointing towards their side. Let's see. And they got the football. The Jefferson Falcons out of the second half on their first drive, go all the way down the field, get a touchdown, come out with an onside kick, and they recover it right at midfield. And there's some momentum rolling on that far sideline for the Falcons. It is going to be a tough comeback for them. But, I mean, even a momentum booster will help for them at this point. I mean, if you could get this game close and give some momentum for them as they finish their season off versus Lakeview, which is a beatable opponent.
Absolutely. You could really be setting yourself up to end your season on a positive note, roll into the next season with a ton of experience out of your then sophomore and junior players.
Hall takes a snap, looking, fires over the middle. It's incomplete, intended for Reed Boxgar.
That play was a little bit high as Melito, even playing slightly off in his zone coverage, or actually, I'm sorry, in his man coverage, was able to just tip it, and he was about a yard off of the ball. So that was played a little bit high, but there was definitely, that play's there. They could definitely go back to the well and hit that one later.
3 receivers to the right for the Falcons, 1 far side left, one-on-one coverage. Takes the snap, hand off to Bruckman, and he's met at the line of scrimmage. That's going to be no gain. 3rd down and 10 coming up.
Yeah, see, that's that difficulty in passing on the early downs, especially when you're having an offense that's been able to move the ball through the rush. You know, so you're going in 1st down, you're starting off then, you know, with an incompletion. Now you're 2nd and 10. It's really predicated then on the success of 2nd down to put you in a makeable third down and yards to go.
All in the shotgun, trips to the right, takes the snap. He's going to fake the handoff, run it himself. He gets across the 50 inside Girard territory to the 49. But that's not going to be enough for the 1st down, and you got to think right here, inside Girard territory, 28-6 with 8:48 remaining. They're going to keep the offense on the field and go for it.
Absolutely. I mean, if we saw them go for it in the 1st and 2nd quarter when they were at, you know, within their 40-yard line, you know, being in at the 49-yard line of Girard, you know, we've already had multiple, you know, offsides calls and on the Indians. Why not go for it? Why not? What do you got to lose?
Here we go. 4th down and 8, ball at the Girard 49, 8:21 remaining. Trips to the right for the Falcons. 1 receiver to the left. Hall takes the snap, rolling out to his right, throws. It's almost intercepted, but incomplete. And there's number 54 again, Ben Lilius.
Yeah, you like the play design as you see DJ Hall rolling the pocket, trying to give himself an opportunity to create some mismatches in the secondary, but alas, there really just wasn't much there. Throws across his body, and as we all know, quarterbacks thrown across their body generally don't end up well, and this time he's lucky that this came across as just an incompletion.
Del Garbino takes over at his own 49. The handoff is to Clarity. He's across the 40, and he's dragged down there. He's still on his feet, but now forward progress is going to be called at the 40-yard line on the first play of the second half for the Girard Indians. They go right back to their best back of the night. Morgan Clarity gets him an 11-yard gain to the 40-yard line and another 1st down.
Yeah, and again, they're utilizing and rushing to their strength. They're you had Clardy lining up to the left of Del Garbino, taking the snap or taking the handoff and going over the right side. The power of this offensive line for a nice gain for the first down.
Del Garbino in the shotgun, takes a snap, fakes the handoff, flips it out into the flats. There's Nicholas Melito, breaks the tackle. He's down the sideline. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Nicholas Melito on a pass out into the flats. Goes 40 yards to the house. His first touchdown of the night, his third reception, and he's now over the 100-yard mark on the day.
Yeah, that was a fantastic pitch and catch there to Melito, as once he caught the ball, he made a few men miss and turned on that D1 speed and goes the remaining 30 yards untouched for the score.
34-6 after a Melito 40-yard touchdown. Here comes the extra point. Snap is back, it's low. The kick is up, and on the second try, it's no good. Shanked to the left. The hold to Melito was muffed, and then the kicker, Stephen Gamble, had to double clutch with his foot. And it's 34-6. The Girard Indians answer back here in the third quarter.
Many medicines used to treat colds and flu contain acetaminophen, a pain reliever and fever reducer found in hundreds of over-the-counter and prescription medicines. But taking too much or more than one medication containing acetaminophen per day can damage your liver. So always read the label and don't take acetaminophen if you drink 3 or more alcoholic drinks every day. To learn more, visit fda.gov/OTC pain info. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Food and Drug Administration.
Hi, come on in. Wow, where did you get this beautiful hardwood flooring?
Baird Brothers.
So did Bob get a raise?
Not a raise. Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods, and you can have beautiful hardwood flooring too. Visit BairdBrothers.com.
Bad theater seats, cheap Halloween masks, my apartment, all things with obstructed views. Add to these large trucks and buses. 18-wheelers and large buses have big blind spots, and like my apartment, they don't always have the best view. Bus and truck drivers deal with blind spots around the entire vehicle. Always take care not to ride alongside or too close behind them. Our roads, our safety. Learn more at sharetheroadsafely.gov.
Here comes the kick from senior Stephen Gamble after the extra point was no good. It takes a couple bounces at the 15. Jefferson's going to return it there. Across midfield, cuts up, and he's knocked down at the 21-yard line. Returning this time for Jefferson was number 81, Jonathan Wazil. The sophomore wide receiver, 5'8", 130, takes it out to the 21-yard line. And it looked like Jefferson had some hope out of the second half. They come all the way down the field. They score, get the onside kick, but then on fourth down they turned it over. And the Girard Indians answer back with a 40-yard touchdown catch and run from Nicholas Melito, his first of the night. And it's 34-6, Girard leads.
Yeah, they definitely showed their prowess there, and any real momentum was completely squashed on that drive by the Indians.
Here comes Hall back on the field. He gives it to his running back, Bruckman, along the left side. And that's going to be a loss of 1 to the 20-yard line. Nothing going from Danny Bruckman. He's had some trouble finding holes today. Has had a lot of negative yardage carries.
Yeah, this Indians defense can be pretty stout against the run when they play and stay gap-centric. They don't over-commit to the run. They don't overrun and take good angles. When they stay straight, they're able to... Oh, that's an interception.
That ball is picked off by the Indians. They return it inside the 15 to the 13-yard line. And that's going to be number 34, Deshaun Williams, the outside linebacker with the interception.
Absolutely. As I'm talking about maintaining your gaps and not overrunning your lanes, Deshaun Williams does a fantastic job as that outside 7-8 tech, as a stand-up D-end outside linebacker, staying in his gap, keeping to the reads, and that interception, the ball was thrown pretty much right at him. He made the pitch and catch with the quarterback, and now it's 1st and 10 Indians from the Falcon 13.
Andrew Del Garbino in the shotgun, spread look, takes a snap, flips it out into the flats. There's Jimmy Jones. And there's a good open field tackles by the Falcons, as that's a loss of 3 back to the 16-yard line.
Yeah, that was a fantastic play there by the Falcons defense. They haven't had a ton of those today where, they've found their man, matched up man to man with a Girard offensive player in space and been able to make the play. But that time they were able to keep Jimmy Jones to a negative play.
Del Garbino back in the shotgun. His running back Clardy to his right, takes a snap. The give is to Clardy along the left side, inside the 10-yard line. And he is going to be drugged down there by a host of Falcons at about the 9-yard line. So that's going to bring up 3rd down for Girard inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, and that play, quite frankly, was made by number 32 of the Falcons, Daniel Bixler, as he had outside contain, forced Clardy to run back inside where he was met by a Falcon contingent.
3rd down now for the Girard Indians. Ball at the 9. Del Garbino with his running back Tyler Maddox on his left hip. Trips to the right. One-on-one coverage with Melito to the left. Takes the snap. They target Melito to the corner of the end zone, and it's incomplete just over his outstretched arms, and that's going to bring up 4th down and 5. Ball in the 8.
Yeah, that was some very good defense there by number 8, Grant Hitchcock, as he took the out route and kept pressure on Melito and was able to disrupt the pass off of his fingertips.
4th and 5, the Indians are going for it. 5:28 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. They have a commanding 34-6 lead over the Jefferson Falcons. Del Garbino takes it, looking, has a ton of time, throws over the middle. It's low and it's incomplete. Intended for Morgan Clardy in the end zone. And now Jefferson's going to have the ball right back.
Yeah, he just couldn't corral that one, but not 100% sure unless he was a couple yards in front of that ball if he would have been able to catch that, as it looked like it would have been at best a trap off of the turf. But either way, a big stand by the Falcon defense as things look to go from bad to worse coming off of that long touchdown drive and followed up with an interception, but they're able to regain the football here, and let's see what they can do with it.
Here comes the Falcon offense back onto the field, led by DJ Hall. The last time out, he threw a pick right into the hands of Deshaun Williams, set the Girard Indians up in good field position, but the Jefferson defense was able to hold. Hall in a shotgun, trips left, takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself to the left side. He jukes a tackle, and he gets across the 15 to about the 17-yard line, and that's a good 1st down gain, something that Jefferson has struggled with tonight.
Absolutely, and I liked that little wrinkle as they added a kind of, not so much a motion man, but they utilized number 3, Wade Woodworth, as a end-around blocker to take up that what normally was that scraping over backer, and that really sprung that play. And Jimmy Jones, if it wasn't for a shoestring tackle, Hall definitely would have picked up an easy 5 or 10 more yards.
Hall takes, gives to Bruckman up the middle, and he's met behind the line of scrimmage by a host of Girard Indians. Delivering the hit was both number 34, Deshaun Williams, as well as number 15, and
that was number 65. I'm sorry, I had something in my teeth. I keep picking at it, so that's a little funny, right? But Connor Moore, the senior 4-year letterman in wrestling, was able to burst through the line to provide some additional pressure.
3rd and 5 for the Falcons. Hall takes it. He's going to run it himself up the gut, and he's got nothing. He's brought down for about a gain of only 1 to the 16-yard line. And with 3:50 to go, what are we doing?
Well, I mean, you're pinned back. You just had a great defensive stand. I don't know if you really test this one. And it looks like we got the punt team coming on. And I get you went for it early, but 4th and 1 from inside your own 20. That's a really tough one. Yeah, I agree here. Now again, we're looking. Is that number 10 or is that number 16?
That is 10. That's
Tim
Kinkoff, the sophomore punter. Back to punt inside his own 10. The snap's high again, but he handles it. Kick is up. It's a short kick. Bounces at the 35. Takes a Falcon bounce. Still rolling to the 43 and marked down at the 42-yard line by number 26, Tyler Brown. And the Indians once again with some good field position.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that one. I understand you're in a 1-7 position, but there's, it's 34-6 right now. There's being aggressive, and then there's just being smart. There's really no need to help this Indians offense score points by giving them red zone opportunities. I know 2 yards isn't very much, but in plays where we've already seen just even alone on that series, plays broken up and blown up in the backfield, really just not a smart idea. This was a good move here by Coach Ripken over here from the Falcons.
Ball on the 43-yard line of the Falcons. Del Garbino pump fakes. He's looking deep down the field. Jimmy Jones makes the catch. Was his feet in bounds? No, they were not.
Fantastic pitch and catch there. Unfortunately, Del Garbino led him a little bit too much, and that ball drifted too far to the left, and it was out of bounds. However, that was a really nice play design, and it looked really similar to a lot of the big hitters, like the Morgan Clardy touchdown from earlier in this game.
2nd and 10 for the Indians. Del Garbino back in the shotgun is running back. Morgan Clardy to his right, 2 receivers far side, 1 near side, and that's Nicholas Molino one-on-one. Takes a snap, gives to Clardy along the left side. He's at the 35, tripped up and knocked down at about the 32-yard line. That's going to be good enough for an Indians first down.
Well, it looks like we got an injured Girard player down here, or somebody slow to get up. It was
That's
Tyler Maddox. Well, not too happy with whatever was going on down there on the 30, but 1st and 10 Indians from the 32-yard line.
2:47 remaining in the third quarter in this Northeastern 8 matchup between the Girard Indians and the Jefferson Falcons. It's going to be a Wildcat formation. Jimmy Jones takes the snap, design run, bounces out to the right side. He's inside the 30, cuts up towards the sideline, inside the 20, and knocked down inside the 15-yard line.
Yeah, that time they weren't able to corral Jimmy Jones in the open field. He makes a couple men miss, puts the stop and start on by the sideline to regain his footing and not run out of bounds and gain another 7 or 8 yards for an Indians first down.
So they marked that he stepped out of bounds at the 16-yard line, so that's where the Girard Indians are going to take over from there. It looks like the Wildcat formation is going to be put back in play here with Jimmy Jones in the shotgun, his running back to his left, 2 receivers far side. Jones and Clardy in the backfield. Design run to the left side with Clardy as lead blocker. Bounces outside and inside the 10, inside the 5, and that's going to be a touchdown for Jimmy Jones.
Yeah, really solid play design. I mean, you had the ball over on the right hash. You utilized Morgan Clardy, who's your sidecar to the left of you, as your lead blocker. You already had a man split out in Nick Melito, and they were able to break contain, and Jimmy Jones goes untouched for the Indians score.
40-6, the Indians with a big lead here in the third quarter. That's the first touchdown for Jimmy Jones. He did have 3 receptions for 40 yards in the first half. That's his first running touchdown. Snap is back. Melito hold is good. The kick is up, and this time it is no good once again. Stephen Campbell has missed 2 straight extra points to the left. 40-6, Girard leads. Jefferson's going to get the ball back.
Heading to a high school football game this week? Don't leave without the Storm Tracker 21 weather app.
Download it for free to get the forecast for high school game night.
Medicare open enrollment is October 15th through December 7th. Call Myers Family Insurance for your free review today at 330-286-3044. Myers Family Insurance is not affiliated with any government agency. Myers Family Insurance, your local Medicare and retirement experts.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how. And we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. Not just one time, but every chance we get. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids not only need to know the dangers and how to avoid them, they need to hear it often from you. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, They need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids and guide them through the challenges of growing up safe and healthy. Because when you talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
So talk back here. You can do it if you try.
The kickoff from Stephen Gamble is a squib kick, and it's going to be jumped on at about the 35-yard line or so by number 9. That's Braden Campbell, the outman. Just bounces on it, and that's where the Jefferson Falcons will take over with 1:53. It is now a running clock as Girard has a 40-6 lead here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I kind of like this running clock institution. I mean, realistically, it just makes sense. There's no reason to kind of drag out games that kind of get long in the tooth like this.
DJ Hall, the quarterback, in the shotgun. Running back Bruckman to his right. The give is a fake to Bruckman, and he's going to keep it himself, and that's a loss in the backfield of about 3 yards as a bunch of Girard Indians came in and made the tackles. Their run defense definitely an improvement from last week, as we've also mentioned so many times, 425 rushing yards allowed against Struthers in week 8. But, I mean, that's just such a big number. They allowed 54 points. They lost 54-35, and they're looking to get another win here tonight as they lead 40-6 with a minute remaining here in the third quarter. 2nd and 10, ball in the 35. DJ Hall takes it, looking, pump fakes, throws over the middle, and that's nowhere near his intended receiver, David Thompson. And here comes a late flag, and we got some scuffling going on.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be on number 51 for the Falcons. And that's going to be junior Jacob Sabo. At this point, you know, that realistically, that's just some frustration. You know, you've been going at it for going on 3 full quarters. You know, the scoreboard's really not in your favor. You're sitting at a 1-7 season right now. And, you know, you're just taking out a lot of those frustrations.
And with that penalty and the running clock, that's going to end the third quarter. We go to the final 12 minutes here at Arrowhead Stadium. It is the Girard Indians 40, the Jefferson Falcons 6.
Right now, Beard Brothers Fine Hardwoods is featuring industrial workbench tops. Hard maple workbench tops starting at $240. Red oak workbench tops starting at just $210. See the entire selection when you shop BeardBrothers.com or 7060 Quarry Road, Canfield.
All across the country, people are coming together to speed up what we can learn about health. The All of Us Research Program is calling on 1 million people to join us as we try to change the future of health. For your family, for future generations, for all of us. Visit joinallofus.org and find out how you can become 1 in a million.
Medicare open enrollment is October 15th through December 7th. For all your Medicare and retirement needs, call Myers Family Insurance. They offer all local carriers and will help you find the right plans for you. Schedule your appointment today for a free, no-obligation review of your current plan. Call Myers Family Insurance today at 330-286-3044. Myers Family Insurance is not affiliated with any government agency. Myers Family Insurance, your local Medicare and retirement experts.
It's the fourth quarter here in Girard, Ohio, as the Girard Indians lead the Jefferson Falcons 40-6, 12 minutes left on the clock. Jefferson's going to have the ball at the 35-yard line. Takes the snap, looking, throwing over the middle. It is caught by number 7, and that's Austin Schmidt, who gets a huge gain across the 40-yard line to about the 43, and that's going to set up 4th down and short.
I mean, I'm kind of taken aback. You had 3rd and 35, and you're able to get a huge chunk of change back, as now it's only 4th and 2. Great pitch and catch there from Hall to his wide receiver, number 7, Austin Schmidt, putting himself in a very 4th and makeable.
4th and 2, ball at the 42. Hall takes a snap, design QB run up the gut, powering forward. He's got the first down across the 45-yard line to the 48. And what a two-play sequence out of the timeout into the fourth quarter. A huge gain of yardage. That brings up a 1st and 10 for the Falcons at the 48. And it is a continuous clock. So 10:50 remaining here in the final quarter at Arrowhead Stadium. Hall back in the shotgun, trips to the left, one receiver far side. Takes the snap. He's going to give it to his running back, Bruckman, across the left edge. He's got some room. He's down the near sideline, 30, 20, 15. Nobody's going to catch him. And David Bruckman with a huge run from the 48. He goes 52 yards to the house, and Jefferson on their first drive here in the fourth quarter get on the board.
That was an absolutely perfect blocked play. You had your containment set beautifully by your skill position to the field side, and Bruckman just makes it a fantastic run to the outside and puts the afterburners on and takes it to the house.
Extra point coming up for the Falcons. The holder is going to be David Thompson. Here it comes. Snap is good. Kick is up. It looks like a good kick, but it is no good. Shank to the left.
3 in a row.
Nobody's been able to put it through the uprights in extra points tonight.
He may have a little case of the yips right now, so hopefully our boy Stephen Gamble can put himself in a position to where he can regain his confidence and start making kicks. Because into today, I do not believe he actually missed an extra point. So coming in today, perfect, and then today, not so much.
40-12 the score, 10:30 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
The practice, the game plan, the anticipation, all lead to Friday night. And when the lights go out, it's time for the Sweeney Chevrolet Buick GMC Overtime Report. Friday at 11 on 21 Sports.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811. Brought to you by Common Ground Alliance.
Mary.
Girard's going to return the kick at the 25. That's going to be Clardy. Takes it up the near sideline, and he's knocked out of bounds at the 40. And we got some extra pushing and shoving from number 4 of Jefferson. That's Reed Boxgar. And number 14 of Girard, Jordan Grant. And right now with 10:20 to go, that knocks out the running clock as Jefferson strikes for 6 points to make it 40-12. Ball marked at the 40. Girard now moving from left to right here in the fourth quarter on a gorgeous night at Arrowhead Stadium. We started off at a 48 degrees temperature. Clear skies. Del Garbino in the shotgun takes it. Fakes the snap. Looking. He's throwing over the mid part of the field. He's got his receiver, but it's through his hands. Dropped inside the 20, and that was Dominic Molito, the sophomore wide receiver, who, if he made the catch, he was gone.
Absolutely. Now, Dominic also showing his speed prowess that he clearly gets from his brother as well. Dominic was one of the members of the 4x1 team that almost made it to state for the Girard Indian track and field team last year.
There's 10 seconds left on the play clock. Now they got the formation. It's Wildcat. Jimmy Jones in the shotgun, running back to his right, takes a snap. They're going to give it to Clardy. Bounces outside across the 45. Makes a move. Now bounces back outside. He's got the first down inside Falcon territory to about the 48-yard line or so.
You know, I'll tell you what, I'm absolutely impressed by this Austin Schmidt, the senior for the Jefferson Falcons. His effort's been outstanding this evening, coming in as the opposite field safety to make that play. That's leading by example right there.
They're going to go back to the Wildcat as Jimmy Jones and Clardy are going to be in the backfield. 2 receivers to the right, 1 receiver far side left. 9:47 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Jones takes it, gives it back to Clardy along the left edge, inside the 40, and man, we got a penalty flag. What an arm from that referee. He threw the flag for the 25. It landed at the 45-yard line.
Listen, if a kid can get a minor league contract for letting it rip at a baseball game, I think this umpire
I hope somebody has it on tape.
That was top 3 most impressive pass I've seen tonight.
And it comes from the ref.
Gotta
wow.
love it.
I mean, you saw this thing fly through the sky like a firework, and it just lands right at the 45, through from the 25-yard line.
That is definitely going to make the officials highlight.
Jimmy Jones in the Wildcat takes the snap, runs to the right side. He's down the near sideline, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, and there he goes. Touchdown, Jimmy Jones. Inside Falcon territory, runs it all the way to the house. And the Girard Indians extend their lead 46-12. And another big touchdown run from Jimmy Jones. 9:11 remaining, 46-12, and I think that puts the running clock back on. It hasn't yet.
Not yet, but at some point, it's definitely going back.
Stephen Gamble, for his last 2 point-after attempts. This time it's up, and it's good. So Stephen Gamble puts it in. It's 47-12. Girard leading in the fourth.
Hello, I'm Greg Burbick with G. Burbick Farms. For the last 100 years, my family has farmed in Columbiana and Mahoning counties. I began raising cattle in 1996 with the goal of providing a better product for you and your family on the dinner table. Our grass-fed and grain-supplemented Black Angus beef are raised with no hormones, steroids, or antibiotics. We're known for our hometown-friendly service and incredible tasting products. We're locally owned and have customers across the tri-state area. Our products go from our farm to your family. Stop by our farm on New Buffalo Road or visit us on the web at gburbickfarms.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook. G. Burbick Farms, it just tastes better.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how, and we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids need to know the dangers and how to avoid them. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids, because when you talk, they hear you.
47-12, the score, with a running clock here in the fourth quarter at Arrowhead Stadium. The Stephen Gamble kick is a squib kick, muffed by the Falcons. Now they return it. That's going to be number 26, who's running backwards for the Jefferson Falcons. And that is going to be Tyler Brown, the senior returner. Runs it back to their own 25-yard line.
Yeah, you get what he's trying to do there. He's trying to flip the field as most of the defense has already crossed the center line. But realistically, he lost about 7 yards on the play overall from the point where he picked up the ball and started trying to advance it.
So with a running clock, 8:10 remaining in the fourth, 47-12, Girard over Jefferson. Northeastern 8 conference matchup, and Girard's going to take a timeout. Looked like some miscommunication from the defense. We're going to take another quick timeout here in YSN.
Many medicines used to treat colds and flu contain acetaminophen, a pain reliever and fever reducer found in hundreds of over-the-counter and prescription medicines. But taking too much or more than one medication containing acetaminophen per day can damage your liver. So always read the label and don't take acetaminophen if you drink 3 or more alcoholic drinks every day. To learn more, visit fda.gov/OTC pain info. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Food and Drug Administration.
Hi, come on in. Wow, where did you get this beautiful hardwood flooring?
Baird Brothers.
So did Bob get a raise?
Not a raise. Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods, and you can have beautiful hardwood flooring too. Visit BairdBrothers.com.
DJ Hall in the shotgun. Running back to his left. 3 receivers to the far side. Takes the snap that gives the Bruckman right up the gut. And he's going to get about to the 30-yard line, so a gain of 4 to start the drive with 7:48 and a running clock here in the fourth.
Yeah, and it looks like Coach Pearson and staff have decided to make some personnel changes as we see either some guys who've been dedicated to this program that are seniors, getting some opportunity to get some play, and even some young guys to gain some experience.
Here's Hall, takes it. He's going to fake the handoff, run it himself up the middle, across the midfield, and drag down at the 49-yard line of Girard. A good run from DJ Hall. He's been explosive running the ball tonight.
Oh, absolutely. I think he's provided a definite spark, and nothing against the other senior, David Thompson, but I really feel DJ Hall's come into this game and been able to be really dynamic as a quarterback.
Inside Girard Indians territory, under 7 minutes, first down and 10 for the Jefferson Falcons. They got 12 points on the board, but trail 47-12. Hall in the shotgun, 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Takes the snap, looking, throws out into the flats. There's Austin Schmidt, who's got to get Hole inside the 40 and drag down at the 35-yard line. Back-to-back plays, resulting in first downs for the Falcons.
Yeah, and nice run there. As far as coming over and making the stop, number 25, Connor Strain, the freshman, getting some run, as well as number 22, Cameron LaMonica.
Back into the shotgun, trips left, 1 receiver, one-on-one coverage to the right side. Bruckman to the quarterback's left. Hall takes, gives the Bruckman, actually faked me out. Running inside the 25, and he's knocked down at the 20. That was great read option. He faked me out.
Absolutely. I mean, Hall's a dynamic kid. This it kind of makes you wonder what this team could have done if they've utilized him from the jump. But Hall's stepped in and performed more than admirably tonight.
Ball at the 21-yard line. First down and 10. Hall in the shotgun. Trips to the right. 1 receiver to the left. Running back Bruckman is to his left. Takes it. This time he gives it to Bruckman along the right edge. There's a penalty flag, and that's a holding. The running back Bruckman gets inside the 15 to the 11-yard line. It would have been a great first down yardage run, but instead we have a holding call from the back judge, and I think everybody in the stadium saw that one coming.
Yeah, number 57, Johnny Eckert, he felt the defender getting away from him, and, I've been in that position as a lineman, and sometimes, you just feel like you got to just grab onto him, can't let him disengage. But realistically, that tailback could have utilized you to cut back in and create and use that crease that you created as a cutback lane. But it's not what happened clearly.
Ball's moved back to the 31-yard line, so a first down and long for the Falcons. Hall, shotgun, running back to his left, 3 receivers right, 1 to the left, takes the snap. He's going to fake it to Bruckman, throws over the middle, and right through the hands of Austin Schmidt, who bobbled it and couldn't make the catch. I think you heard footsteps behind him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know a lot about playing receiver, as I liked to eat a lot and lift heavy things up and down. But I'm pretty confident from what I do know and what I can deduce from the game of football, being open and putting your hands freely on a football, usually you should catch it. I mean, I don't know though.
Second down and 20 for the Falcons. Hall in the shotgun, this time a split back formation. Running back to his left is Schmidt. Bruckman to his right, 2 receivers to the left, takes the snap. Fake handoff to Bruckman, throws over the middle. Intercepted by the Girard Indians, and he takes it back to the 30-yard line right into his hands. I mean, he threw it directly at him, and that is...
I think that's number 4. I'm not exactly sure.
It was number 4, but on our roster sheet that we have, we don't have a number 4 listed.
Well, kid, you did great. Number 4, whoever you are.
Hey, he's not listed on the roster here.
Yeah.
I looked up, I go, 4. I look back down, I go, oh boy.
I got an
he's
old
not
roster here. We got
Logan Schweitzer.
Jake Dowie was actually took number 4, the sophomore linebacker.
Okay.
Who's now wearing number 4 for the Indians and comes away with that interception.
All right. There you go, Jake Dowie.
Good work, kid.
There you go. Good job. Timeout Indians with 3:20 remaining as I don't know the subject of this timeout.
Yeah, not 100% sure. You know what? I think they're just utilizing this opportunity again as a teachable moment for some of the younger Girard players, making sure they get lined up, getting them acclimated to the pace or at least the process of the varsity football.
So out of the timeout.
Yeah, it looks like we have number 15, and is that Tristan Valley? We have number 15, Tristan Valley, the freshman quarterback, into the game.
Takes a snappy, gives the handoff to number 20, Andre Martin, who goes up the gut for about a gain of 2 to the 32-yard line.
Yeah, these are definitely opportunities. You want to get your young nucleus of players who've worked their way up, whether it's been freshman football or JV, some opportunity to get some shine in the under Friday night lights.
Quarterback keeps it himself, powers forward across the 35, knocked down at about the 37-yard line, so that's going to bring up 3rd down and 3 for the Indians with 2:30 remaining here in the fourth quarter. And it looks like the Indians are going to improve to 6-3 on the season, and they are now 3-2 at their home stadium, and they are knotted up in conference play at 3-3 after tonight. 3rd and 3, ball on their own 30, letting a lot of clock run out. 10 on the play clock, 2:06 on the game clock. Put a receiver in motion from left to right. Quarterback takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself across the 40. Here he goes. Across midfield inside Jefferson territory. Inside the 40-yard line to about the 37. And, man, there's been a lot of clawing down there on the field. Is some more scuffling in a pile.
Yeah, this, whether it's a combination of, some of these younger players wanting an opportunity and this Falcons defense just being frustrated, you're seeing a lot of chippiness and a lot of back and forth, and you're definitely going to look to clean that up as you approach Week 10 and potentially beyond for the Indians.
Quarterback takes the snap, moves out to the left, but that's going to be a loss as he's sacked in the backfield at the 40-yard line, a loss of 2. And we're almost under a minute here with this running clock. And it looks like at this point, Girard could just get some young guys some work, get some carries, maybe throw the ball. Even with the running clock, he could throw the ball.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, you look like you have a nice wide receiver down here in sophomore Dante Byrne, the 6'1" target. See what happens. Give the kid a shot.
45 seconds remaining here at Arrowhead Stadium. It's a 2nd down and 12. Ball inside Jefferson territory. There's a new running back for the Girard Indians who's cut down inside the 30 to about the 28-yard line.
That looks like that is number 16, freshman Chad McCray.
Chad McCray brings the ball down to the 28-yard line, and with 14 seconds left on the game clock, the Girard Indians are going to let the clock run out, and they are going to improve to 6-3 on the season. They are now 3-3 in conference play, as Jefferson, on the other hand, has lost 6 straight conference games. They're 0-6 in the Northeastern 8, and they are now 1-8 on the season. The Girard Indians continue to impress in the 2019 season. They have a playoff spot available if they beat Niles next week at Niles. So for John Gabriel, I'm Richie Giuliano. So long from Arrowhead Stadium in Girard, Ohio.
This broadcast stream is copyrighted by Yoakley Scott Corporation, LLC. Any other use of this telecast, any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without YSN's consent is prohibited.